Now, California's cities are filling up with homeless camps, needles, and human waste. Instead of fixing those problems, the government has given financial aid to illegal immigrants and banned straws. Now lawmakers have a new idea. They want to ban schools from suspending students for willful defiance, as they call it. In other words, students can be disruptive as much as they want in class, and schools will be powerless to punish them. Jason Rantz is a Seattle radio host. He joins us now. Jason, welcome aboard.
Thank you. It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I'm a native Californian. I've lived in New York for a number of years. I love the West. Your state is extraordinary. California is wonderful. But what can you tell us about this? Banning straws is one thing. What is this about not wanting to take control of a classroom educational environment? What's behind this?
Yeah, my guess is what's behind it is social justice, right? We have a bunch of ideologues who are in charge of major states on the West Coast, and they're kind of running them into the ground. When you look at something like this, it's usually about institutionalized racism, right? When you look at the data, it suggests that if you're a student of color, you're at a higher likelihood of being suspended. So they're looking at this and saying, okay, there has to be something wrong. There has to be something wrong beyond what the teachers are doing. Let's just stop it rather than look at the data. So they say, okay, we're not going to do the suspensions. But you're ignoring the root cause, because I think all of us will probably agree there are some situations where teachers or administrators are rushing to suspending certain students or expelling students for whatever their conduct is. But if you take an entire tool out of that toolbox, well, you're making it harder for the teachers. And by the way, you're literally ignoring the fact that institutionalized racism or not, these are teachers and educators who are suspending these students. Right? I mean, this should be seen as a slap in the face to teachers, but progressives like to say we fight for the teachers. Not really, because you're telling me that they're racist and they're targeting African-American students at a disproportionately high rate. It's a little bizarre.
Well, and of course, for everyone involved, including the students, if there was, you would think that there'd be a policy indicating that, or at least an awareness, that if someone's acting out in class, there may be a problem. And that the effort should be in addressing that issue, but especially by ignoring that issue, it then sends a message also to the other students that you can do these things and have no punishment. In addition to perhaps wanting to notice the nature of what dangers may be in that environment for the other students, everybody loses with this kind of a policy.
They do. And I mean, think about the fact that why are these students acting out and why are they being willfully defiant?
Right,
Maybe there's something going on in the home. So let's say you decide we're no longer going to do the suspensions. We're going to do some alternative form of punishment. Okay, fine. But that's still not addressing that root cause of what maybe is going on in the home. And while you're dealing with this, to your point, you've got students who are just there trying to learn, who are constantly being interrupted. Now, when I was a kid,
beyond punishment, but just even inquiry. All right. Well, Jason, that's all the time we've got. Obviously, this will continue on. I appreciate you bringing it to us. Thank you, dear.
Thanks for having me.
All right.